It was supposed to be a memorable party, a night of fun on the waters of Lake Victoria. People were excited, the music was ready, drinks were flowing, but what started as a celebration quickly turned into a nightmare that no one would have predicted. This is the story of over 100 life lost in one of Uganda's most tragic boat accidents. It's a story that shocked a lot of people and left many in regret. Now, it was the end of November 2018 in Kampala, Uganda. For months, people have been talking about an event called the Boat Party. It was hosted by a well-known businessman, Fred Kimber, and it promised to be an unforgettable night with music, drink, and fun on the waters of Lake Victoria. Everyone was excited. Social media was full of the posts, the outfit, the countdowns, and everyone was so excited about this event. It normally happens at the end of every year, just as a way of celebration or maybe thanksgiving to thank God for what God have helped them to achieve or what they have achieved during the year. So every year, this man organized this particular event so that people can take a boat ride all through the night. It was supposed to be a night party. It felt like a perfect way to close the year. Now, the plan was very simple. People were to gather at KK Beach, board a large boat, and cruise around Lake Victoria while partying all through the night. But wait a minute, party all through the night on a lake, on a boat? Wow. Well, these guys really are courageous. But things started to go wrong even before the boat left. The first red flag for me was the delay. That was where the whole thing started happening. Now, the boat was supposed to leave at 11 a.m. So people were supposed to gather by 11 a.m. at the KK Beach so that the boat will pick them and then they will cruise around the lake till late night, and they're going to be having fun. So it was 11 a.m. that was the official time for the event. But they gathered and they were waiting for the boat. They came to the beach and they were told the boat was not ready. The boat had been taken for some kind of repairs. So they waited until 12 noon and still the boat hasn't arrived. By 1 p.m., the boat hasn't arrived. And so people started getting impatient, but more food and drink were given to them, as they waited. And so everyone was busy waiting since it's going to be a very big party and it's going to be all through the night. So why the haste? Why the worry? So they were just patiently waiting as they ate more food and, had things to drink. So finally, at 4 p.m., 5 hours later, the boat arrived. But instead of asking questions, the party goers were just relieved to get on board. They just wanted to get on the boat. After all, there was still plenty of time for fun all through the night. So the boat that finally showed up was called MV Templar. It was big, but it wasn't big enough for nearly 120 people. The boat was only built to carry 90 passengers at a time. But it looked as if it's going to carry more people because the people that came on the beach were way more than 100, were almost 120 people. So, and that for me is another red flag. Remember the first red flag, the boat coming in very late, and this time around, the people that were waiting for the boats were way more than the official number that the boat was supposed to carry. And again, we came to understand that earlier that morning, the boat had needed some repairs. So why were they repairing the boat on the day of the trip? Would they even have enough time to test the repairs? This is a serious journey. Why would you repair the boat the morning of the event? And from what we gathered, the engine completely had been replaced. But of course, there won't be time to even test anything. But still, the people that were waiting didn't even bother to ask questions. All they wanted is is, we want to cruise, we want to get on the boat, we want to party, we want to drink, we want to dance. And so they were all ready to go into the boat without even asking questions. So no one was concerned about anything. So the party had already started. Music was already loud on the boat. Drinks were flowing and everyone was pretty much excited. No one thought twice about the boat's mechanical problem or even its overcrowded condition. And from what we gathered, the party goers were asked to carry their life jackets. Everyone was asked, there was enough life jacket for everyone. And so as young people, everyone was, just ready to get on the boat. And some people didn't even care to pick on the life jacket or to wear it immediately. Some people were just feeling, oh, no problem, we'll get on the boat. As we progress on the journey, we will get to wear our life jackets. And so some people wore it and some people refused. But then we learned that they were strictly warned to wear their life jacket. I don't know how true that is, but if it's true, then you know that these young people were just careless about their life, considering the fact that they were not sure about the condition of the boat. They never knew why the boat delayed that long. They never knew the kind of problem the boat had or even what the condition of the boat was initially. From my research, I came to understand that the boat had been parked for like 2 or 3 months. It was grounded for some time. And so because of this event, they needed a bigger boat. They needed something that would be able to contain a lot of people. And so they took that particular boat for repairs. And so when they brought the boat, they just asked everyone, okay, the boat is ready, please come on board, and everyone started going in. And some people were not even ready to wear their life jacket. They were just feeling, wow, we still have time, there's still enough time to do all of that, let's just hop in, we have a long night ahead of us. And that was it. So instead of 90 people, the boat picked 120 people. Wow. So the boat left the shore heading into Lake Victoria. Now, for a while, everything seems perfect. People were dancing and drinks were going around. They started drinking. They were enjoying the ride. They were dancing and jubilating and having fun. But just an hour into the cruise, disaster struck. Now, the first warning sign was that the boat engine suddenly stopped. In the middle of Lake Victoria, the boat came to a halt. Now, I was thinking to myself, was it too late for them to go back? Did they actually notice that something was already going wrong? Did they care to ask what exactly the problem was? No one cared to ask all of those questions. But then the engine roared back to life. After it halted, it came back up again and the music blared again. People brushed off the whole thing and they went back partying. To some of them who were still very sane, who were still okay, who were not drunk, they were just like, well, it's just a minor glitch. They thought to themselves, they have been promised a smooth ride already. They trusted that everything was going to be fine. Now, as the boat sailed further into the lake, something didn't just feel right. The boat was overcrowded, the engine seems to be weak, and the boat started rocking more than it should have. Now, the sun began to set. The air grew colder. Some people felt uneasy, but they didn't think much of it. It was still a party after all. We're here to rock and roll, to enjoy. So, let's go on. But then, the engine stopped again. But this time, the noise was different. It didn't sound like a simple hiccup. The engine started again, but it didn't sound strong. It was, struggling. Maybe because of the crowd. Maybe because the engine was already faulty. Or maybe, just maybe, the repairs was not okay. And then without warning, the boat tilted sharply on one side. Now, the engine sputtered, and within moments, it was like a dream. The boat tipped and flipped over completely and everyone started screaming. Everyone started shouting. Those that were shouting the name of their God were shouting the name of their God, and at this point they were standing between life and death. The whole boat turned upside down with all the speakers, all the tables, all the drinks, all the lives and all the people on the boat. Everything turned over. Chaos erupted. People screamed as they were thrown into the cold waters. The boat sank quickly and within seconds second, what had been a fun party, dancing, jubilating, became a desperate fight for survival. Some people grabbed their life jackets, others clung to part of the boat, but not everyone was lucky, The boat went down so fast that many didn't even have the time to save themselves. Those that could swim tried their best and made it to the shore. And we're told that some fishermen or, some people around the water area helped to save some other people's life. But the shock of what had just happened was too much to process. Friends, family, and strangers had disappeared into cold waters in split second, leaving behind only horror, pain for the relatives. So in the days that follow, the full scale of the tragedy became clear. 22 people had lost their lives. The survivors were left with painful memories of that night and how they couldn't save their friends. Families mourned their loved ones, asking how something like this could happen. They asked why hadn't the boat been properly checked? Why were there so many people on board? Questions like that. As the investigation unfolded, the truth began to emerge, and the reality of the whole thing is that safety regulation had been ignored. The boat was overcrowded and the engine had been hastily fixed that morning. The operators knew about the boat's mechanical issues, but they chose to ignore it. Now, who was responsible for this whole calamity? Is it the boat company? Is it the government, the crew, or even the passengers themselves? The larger lesson from this particular accident is clear. Accountability matters. The boat wasn't properly maintained. The crew was untrained and safety rules was ignored. If everyone had done their part, if the boat company, the government, and the passengers had been more responsible, this tragedy might have been avoided. Now, this goes to say that this tragedy teaches us painful lessons about the importance of responsibility and safety. It's easy to get swept up by excitement of a party, especially when everyone around you is caught up on the same fun. But we must never forget that every action, every decision that we take in life comes with its own consequences. To all the young people out there, I urge you to be more mindful when it comes to safety and the safety of other people too around you. Fun is important, but it should never come at the cost of your life or the life of other people you love. Always question the safety of situation. If something feels off, whether it's overcrowding, whether it's faulty equipment, whether it's just something that looks so innocent, rushing into an event without proper check or whatever it is, speak up. Don't let excitement overcloud your judgment. Don't let anyone to make you feel pressured, or don't even follow the crowd. Just be mindful of yourself and take care of yourself. Ask the relevant questions that you need to ask. Remember that life is precious. It's easy to get carried away with the trees of the moment, but it's the quiet moment of reflection that truly matters for us in life. Look out for one another. If you see something wrong, do something about it. Your voice, your actions, and your choices can make all the difference in the world. Now, the pain of losing someone you love or seeing others hurt is something no one should ever experience. But in the darkest moment, remember that you are not alone. Yes, every day is a new opportunity to rise again. Maybe you are part of those people who escaped this particular accident, but I want you to know that it's not the end. I want you to build up yourself again, build up your faith, and keep moving. Don't let this set you back. I know it's hurting, I know it's painful, but you can't hang up yourself. You can't do anything to yourself. Rather move on. I want you to know that every day is a new opportunity to rise again and to build and to move forward. To the survivors of this tragedy and to those who have experienced loss in one way or the other, I want you to know this: your pain is valid, but it doesn't define who you are. You have the strength to heal, to find peace, and to keep living even when it feels impossible. You are resilient, you are strong, you have all it takes to rise up again. And to everyone that is listening, whether a young person, whether an adult, whoever you are, remember every day is a gift. Cherish your loved ones, make responsible choices and decisions, and always seek out light. Seek clarity, seek to know even in the most difficult time, ask good questions and you will receive light and clarity before taking any decision or before even following friends to do some things. Life is precious and it's worth living fully, but it's even more worth living when you live it safe. Take care of yourself. Please like and subscribe to this video. This is a brand new channel and I want us to build it together. Alright? And I'm set to bring you awesome events, awesome stories, so that we can learn from it and protect our own self. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please just click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, so you'll be notified whenever I publish a new video. And again, please go to the comment section and let me know what you think about this story. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much. My name is Charles Emmanuel. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Bye.